What's up YouTube? For tonight's video we have a Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon walkthrough team. This one is for Patreon. If you want your theme team done, you can check it out in the description of the video under the Patreon link. Jabriel, this one is for you. So I was going to do this for Pokemon Sun and Moon, but a couple of my Pokemon kind of got released accidentally, so I shifted the team to Ultra Sun and Moon, basically the same thing anyway. Now I did take out the legendaries like Lunala because I thought that'd make the battle a little bit stale in case, like, you know, when I'm battling other people, like one legendary would really take over. So I took that out for the first shiny I got in the wormhole. Now, if you do want a battling, that's in the description of the video too. Now, obviously, I asked other people for their in-game teams too, so we can have like a nice even battle. So, going for the Thunderfang on the Hawlucha, it's going to have Flying Press. I really like Flying Press. It's a very interesting move. That's going to wreck me in one shot, so that's my Lycanroc down. So, not the greatest start, but I did do a nice chunk to the Hawlucha. So, swapping and Swanning out, which has the most amazing moveset in the world. It had Tailwind, Rain Dance, Brave Bird, and Hurricane. Obviously, some of these moves they came with. So these were all not EV trained either. The EVs were just all over the shop. It was a walkthrough team. Anyway, so going for the Brave Bird on the Slowbro, it's going to take a fair amount of damage. I was actually pretty happy with that. It's going to have leftovers of the item. Now, only 3 of my Pokemon actually had items. Most of the items were actually pretty bad too. So going for the Hurricane on the Slowbro, and that does a lot of damage, almost taking it out. I get a critical hit, which is amazing. Now it's going to go for the Yawn, which is going to put my Swan to sleep the very next turn. So I thought about it for a bit. I thought I could bury the Slowbro, or I could bury it and then I'd go to sleep myself, or I could swap out, go into another Pokemon like John Cena, expecting a Psychic type attack probably, tank that and then take it out. So that worked out pretty dang nicely. The Psychic is absorbed by my Incineroar. So now I can go for Darkest Lariat and take out the Slowbro. And that's it's pretty good, getting rid of a bulky Pokemon there. So probably on my team right, you guys know, if you haven't watched my Ultra Sun and Moon walkthrough yet, that's on YouTube too. All these Pokemon are basically featured. So, we've got Randy Orton slithering in, and it's going to go for a Cross Chop. I avoid the attack because you can't see me. Going for a Cross Chop, and it does a lot of damage there. Now, Randy's going to obviously go for another Cross Chop this turn. We've got Monday Night Live on Raw here. So, the Cross Chop's going to do about the same to me. Now, I actually have Impish Nature on this set, which is really funny because it actually helped me tank the hit a lot better. Going for the Flare Blitz, and Randy Orton is going to slither out of this battle. I just went for that so I didn't miss, and I knew I have enough just attack power to take it out too. So, amazing, amazing matchup there. Now we have the Lycanroc coming into. It was quite funny. A lot of the teams have had some fairly similar Pokemon. So I avoid the attack again because I'm John Cena. Now going for the Darkest Lariat. I think this was the Dark EMC. Now I think it was a running gag throughout the whole walkthrough run. I forgot to put on the actual Incineroar, or, proper Z Crystal for it. So I think I had this like the entire time by memory. It's quite embarrassing. Anyway, so going for this is probably my strongest attack out of my entire team, and that's going to take the Lycanroc out in one shot, which is really good. So 3 Pokemon down, a really solid performance at the moment. Then Whitney comes out, and this is where things got fun. So I went for Cross Chop this turn. Whitney's going to outspeed me and go for a Brick Break, hitting me with, I guess it's 4 teats, and that's my John Cena down. Not that you could see the Pokemon in the first place. So that's 2 Pokemon out the way. I've still got my Swanna left to swap in, so I thought that'd be good to go. I could go for I was thinking I could go for a Rain Dance and then go for Hurricane, or I could just go for Hurricane and get some damage off. So the Whitney's going to paralyze me. Of course it does. I never ever saw that one coming. I went for the Brave Bird this time because Miltank's special defense is a little bit higher, and I thought I'd do some more damage that way. So going for Brave Bird, it doesn't really do much. I kind of saw that one coming too. Also, Miltank's got leftovers too, so I asked everyone to keep their Pokemon as they were, basically the items they had, the EVs they had, all those sort of things. Just basically how it was in the walkthrough or the entire playthrough of the game, etc. So this Miltank has become like a really big problem now. There's one Pokemon that I thought could do alright against this was the Poipole. Now, Poipole I didn't really use too much in the walkthrough, but I did use him a couple of times, I think. So, this set. This had Toxic and Venoshock. That was about the only moves that it actually had. I think it had Signal Beam as well. So, anyways, the Hawlucha is going to swap in. Now, I can go for a Venoshock here. Also, I had Venom Drench on this set. That was the other move. It wasn't the most amazing set. And then, like, I think as soon as I got it, like, everyone was like, you used, like, put Dragon Pulse on it so it evolves. Like, at that time, I didn't know how it evolved. So sort of like a running gag throughout the whole thing. So Hollich is going to go for a bounce, bouncing up into the air. Funny that. So Butterfree is going to get absolutely shreked by this. I've got to swap out here. Butterfree cannot take a hit. No way. I'm going to swap back into my Gastron here. Now Gastron was probably... It was like one of the best Pokemon on the team. It could tank hits, and it could fire off some nice moves there. Okay, so I take 3/4 from the bounce. Now Squishy's going to eat its Citrus Berry, getting me around about half health, and the Hooch is going to go down. So very dangerous Pokemon. Getting rid of there. That was really good. So 2 Pokemon left, the Miltank, and we have 1 other. So I've got 3 Pokemon remaining. Swapping out the Gastron, I don't want to get body slammed. I'm going to go into the Butterfree, hoping I can get some Bug Buzz and Quiver Dance action up against this thing. Now, Miltank is going to go for a body slam. Now, this was a quirky nature Butterfree. It was terrible. I get paralyzed by body slam again. Oh! Now, this had Bug Buzz. It had Quiver Dance, Sleep Powder. I think it had Poison Powder as well. I think it was like a terrible set. There wasn't much I could really do. Anyway, getting hit by the body slam again, that's going to take out my Butterfree, so that's down. I've got 2 more Pokemon left, which is my Poipole and my Gastron. Now, Gastron, there's no way that's going to be able to do enough damage to Miltank. It's very bulky. Even like a random EV'd one is going to be quite strong. So with my Poipole set, I had Toxic and Venoshock, so I thought that'd be my best go-to here, because that's going to hit really hard. So I tanked the Bulldoze. It's about a 3-hit KO from... the Miltank. Man, I should have got a Miltank on my team. This thing's like crushing me at the moment. So I go for the Toxic, and that's going to land on the Miltank. So I wanted to try and get like maybe I was estimating the 2-hit KO with the Toxic up on the Miltank. Obviously, the base power of Venoshock gets doubled, so it hits really, really hard. Now, Miltank can either swap here or go for another Bulldoze. It's going to go for another Bulldoze against me. So 1 more hit and I am down. I'm able to get off the Venoshock here. Now, obviously, Bulldoze is slowing me down, but that doesn't matter. My speed was like garbage anyway. Venoshock does so much damage, just missing the kill, and Miltank is going to be able to live that one, unfortunately. But man, that put it in the range where I really needed it to go. It's going to go down this turn, and I'm going to go down. But man, there's no way Gastron or obviously my remaining Pokemon Gastron could have never ever got through that one. So that was really good. I was happy with that result. Now, Poipole's down. I actually like Poipole. It's a really interesting Pokemon. Just in general on Sun and Moon, like the Pokemon designs, to me personally, were absolutely amazing. And even though they didn't bring a lot of new Pokemon into Ultra Sun and Moon, I like them too. They were cool. So they've actually quite grown on me. Now, we have the Vikavolt as the last Pokemon, and I've got my Gastron. So I thought, well, boys, we got this one in the bag because I can't use any of its like electric type moves, right? So let's go and attack this thing. So it's going to go for an X-Scissor. Does a fair bit of damage to me. I'm like, oh, I should just be able to tank like 1 more and get the recover off. Skull does a lot of damage, man. It was like a 2 to 3 hit KO. Now the Vikavolt's going to go for X-Scissor, and it hits me for max damage. Oh, man, I should have recovered. I hope you guys enjoyed that battle. Let's get on to the second one. I'm so salty about that. This battle, obviously, we're using both these in-game teams again, using the same one. So we got another Vikavolt. As I said before, there was a lot of similarities between my opponents and the Pokemon they were using, and some of the ones that I was using too. So we got a Quick Claw, a Quick Claw Vikavolt right off the bat. It's going to use Dig. I'm like, no, that's really bad because that's going to be super effective against me. Stone Edge is going to miss. Man, that was a really lucky first turn. So I've got to swap out Lycanroc. That's not going to get wrecked by a Dig Vikavolt. Swapping in my Butterfree because it's a flying type, obviously. And then I can hit the Vikavolt with like a Sleep Powder or a Bug Buzz or something like that. I'm going to go... Sorry, the last move I had on was Air Slash. I forgot for a second. So I had some nice stab there. It's going to go for the Zap Cannon. Thank goodness that misses because that would absolutely destroy me. Going for another Air Slash. Hoping I get like a Scummy Flinch or something like that. Or a crit. That'd be nice too. I get a crit, which is nice. But then it lands a Zap Cannon. What? Oh, man. That 50% accuracy. So my Butterfree is down. It did an amazing job in this battle and the last one too. So I'm swapping in my Lycanroc because this thing is going to be able to revenge kill the Vikavolt. Man, this thing has been so annoying. It gets the Quick Claw again and it goes for Dig. I just can't believe it. So I'm going to have to swap out my Lycanroc again because I'm going to get Shrek by a Dig Vikavolt. I've always wanted to say that. So the Rock Slide obviously is going to miss because the Vikavolt is burrowed under the ground at the moment. So swapping out Lycanroc. Now I do have Swanna, like another Pokemon I can swap in, but man, I'm starting to run out of Pokemon to swap in. into this Dig Vikavolt. So now it's going to use Dig. Obviously, I'm a flying type, not going to affect me. I can just go for the Brave Bird to finish this off. Thank goodness that I was half waiting for that quick claw to activate, and then Zap Cannon lands. Man, I think by that point I would have thrown my DS at the wall. So Vikavolt is finally down. I get a little bit of recoil, but that's fine. I was happy to take that damage just to get rid of that thing. So now we have the Dragon Pulse. That's not going to do too much damage to me. I went for the Hurricane here on the Salazzle. Obviously, the Dragon Pulse is going to be a 3-hit KO. So that does a lot to Salazzle. I'm happy with that. And I get a Confusion as well, which is really nice. So it can either swap out here and another Pokemon has to take the Hurricane, or it's going to stay in, which it's going to. So the Salazzle's going to hit itself in Confusion. So that was some nice little irony and payback for the earlier on in the game. Man, that Vikavolt made me so salty. So go for the Brave Bird. That's going to be enough to take out Salazzle. Its defenses are, they're not exactly the greatest in the world either. Right, so Swanner is doing a fine job at the moment getting me back into this game. So Aerial's going to come out. There's not much I can do to this either. The best I can possibly do is Hurricane, and that is what I'm going to do. So Hurricane hits pretty hard. It's about a 4-hit K, and I get another Confusion. I'm like, damn, that's really, really good. So Aerial is going to get confused. And I was expecting a Moonblast to come my way, but it hits itself in Confusion, which is nice. So now I can go for either a Hurricane or a Brave Bird again. Decide to go for another Hurricane just for some power. So I get a nice, I think that was a critical hit there. No, it wasn't. Sorry, it wasn't a crit. And it's going to get through that Confusion for the second time. Obviously, after the first, it got confused, and that's going to take me out with the Moonblast with that massive special attack. That's Swanner down, but man, Swanner was the one that really got me back into that game. Then, yeah, that was looking really bad there. So swapping in Lycanroc, I can just finish this thing off with the Thunderfang. I really like how I got Thunderfang with a Tough Claws too. That was nice. So, a fairly even battle at the moment. Aerial is down. I need a drink because I'm under the sea. So now we have the Serena coming in. I've got Stone Edge on this thing, so I went for that. I was like, bugger it, let's get some damage on this thing. Does a lot of damage. Power Whip is going to hit me, and there's no way that I'm going to be able to live that one. A Power Whip, I get hit with some kinky roots there. So anyway, the Lycanroc is down. I've got 3 more Pokemon left, and so has the opponent. So swapping in a John Cena, not that you can see him. Now I can go for a Flare Blitz to take this thing out, or a Flame Charge. Now the Serena uses a Stomp. That's the only move obviously it can hit me with. I get flinched. I'm like, man. Well, at least it's not like a Miltank using it. So anyway, getting hit by the flinch again. Not the Stomp flinch, but it doesn't flinch me this time. I'm able to get off the Flare Blitz, and that's going to be enough to take out the Serena. So there's 2 more Pokemon left, and I've got 3 remaining. Now I've still got my Z move in Tack 2 to use against the opponent as well. So now we have Dancing Burb coming out. I can use Darkest Larry against this thing. That's going to be super effective. Now it's going to go for a Hurricane. And that's not good for me because I know that I'm probably not going to live that. But I do, man. I live on 13 health and I'm able to get off my amazing Dark Hole Eclipse Incineroar. I can't believe I forgot having this item for the whole time. Then again, there's been multiple times where I forgot stuff from the entire walkthrough. One walkthrough, I think I forgot to... I think it was my Pokemon Yellow walkthrough. I forgot to pick up... Was it Pokemon Yellow? I think it was. I forgot to pick up Thunderbolt for the entire time. From Lieutenant Stitch. Anyway, so going to hit that with the Dark Hole Eclipse, and Dancing Burb is not going to be dancing after that. So there's one more Pokemon left, which is the Dusk Form Lycanroc. So I was kind of hoping I'd have mine left to use, but I didn't. That's going to go for Rock Climb, and that's going to take out my Incineroar. But Incineroar did a good job too. Swanner and Incineroar really, they were MVP in this game. So now we've got Poipole. The most I can really do here is go for Toxic, then Venoshock, and that's basically about it. So now it's going to go for a Stone Edge against me. That does a lot of damage. I'm able to get off the Toxic, which is nice too. I'm happy with that. So I've got the Toxic off in case it had like a Focus Sash or something like that. You never know. Some people had some really weird in-game items. Someone actually had a Focus Band. I was quite salty about that. Anyway, I'm going to get hit by another Stone Edge, and that's enough to take out my Poipole with a crit. We all know that crit matter. So the last Pokemon I've got, you'll never guess this one. So I've got the a little bit of toxic damage on the Dust Form Lycanroc too. So I've got my Gastrodon. So one Scald is going to be enough to take this out, right? I've got Scald, Blizzard, Recover. I think, and I've got Toxic on this. I think that's the other move. Sorry, I had Body Slam. My bad. I had Body Slam. Anyway, so we're going to have the Lycanroc Z move here. I actually really like this Lycanroc Z move. It's really, really cool. The problem about it I don't have the new DS, so it actually lags a little bit. That's like the only problem. Anyway, so I'm going to get hit by the Splintered Scum Shards. I know that I resist them. Look, I like how the opponent or the Pokemon that's getting used against is like on the top of the rock and it's like sweating. That'd be Then again, you probably would be sweating if you seen like a million like pointy boulders that like aimed at you. So anyway, I'm gonna get smashed there by the Z move. Thankfully, I resist that, and that only does close to 3/4 damage to me. Citrus Berry is going to heal a lot of my health up, and I'm going to go for the final Scald, which is going to be enough to take out the Dusknoir. So I hope you guys... Did I just call that Dusknoir? Oh my goodness. The Lycanroc Dusk. Be the meme, people. That's about it for this one. Peace out.
Do 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 do.